Hey guys, this is the continuation of the tutorial, and you'll be needing your Desmos phone or on the computer, and also Google Sheets. So we have the exploration is almost complete, and you need to finish it off. So we have a function, and there could be a number, like a starting number. Let's say called 2, and then the base will be 3. And then to the power of x plus 4, and then we're going to add 5 to that. So these are the key values right here, the key points. The 2, the base, something in the exponent, and something else. We've already kind of explored here that this number right here, it moves the graph up and down. Okay, it moves it up or down depending on which one it is. Okay. If you haven't seen the tutorial that I made for Friday, make sure to watch that first before this one. Pause it here and go to that one. So that number will make the graph go up or down. In the tutorial, we also found out that let's see, use some cool graphics here. So that number makes it go up and down, and then this number, that makes it go up and down. Let me delete that. Okay, put red here. This makes the graph go up or down. Okay. Then this one right here, this number right here, will make the graph go side to side, but opposite. Okay. And there's a reason for that, and I want you to understand that clearly, not just remember that it goes up or down. So it's opposite. If it's plus 4, then it goes to the left 4. And if it's a negative 4, then it's going to go to the right. In the previous video to this one today, we just discovered that this number right here will make the graph steeper or not steeper. We'll call it or less steeper, okay, or shallower. I don't know if that's correct, but that doesn't make sense. Erase that. So it's going to make it steeper or not steeper or less steep. And so make sure to watch that tutorial. So this is the regular one, and if the number is bigger, it's going to be steeper, and if it's smaller than 2, greater than 1, it'll be like less steep. Okay. And the last number up here, that's going to be your job to figure out, and that'll be this number right here. All right, so figure out what that does. What does it do to the graph? And so for your homework today, you need to make a Google Sheet, okay? A sheet, and then explain in your Google Sheet what each of these will do, okay, in English. I have some arrows here, but you have to explain them. And we're going to use variables instead of numbers, because this is just an example. So here we go. Let's do, the variables we want are y equals a, and we're just using these letters just because, a to the b power, and I want to put the b in parentheses so that you understand that b is the one that has the exponent, to the x plus c, I think we call it d actually on this one class, and plus c, okay? And I'll write that one more time. All right, looks a little messy. Let me put the letters in here instead. So we want, in the Google Sheet, you need to explain what happens to the graph. And don't forget to make sure that test out negatives and fractions, and also put that in your Google Sheet. as far as what happens when A is negative, B is negative, C is negative, all those things. Or what happens if it's decimals, or if it's positive or negative. I'm sorry, I think I said the same thing. So I'm going to write it one more time, nice and neat, okay? Move this over here, see if I can select everything, group everything. Lock, no, doesn't look like it. I'm going to lock everything in place. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's go to a new one. So, here's the equation. I'm going to write it as nice as I can. Okay, so we want to test out the number outside, not the base. Okay, that's A. Could be negative A, could be negative 2. And then you're going to multiply that times a base, okay, and that base will have an exponent. I'm going to call that x plus, and when I say plus, it could be minus, right, because it could be a positive or a negative, and we can call that one, I think we call it D in class. And then lastly, pick this brown color. All right, so you need to explain what happens to the graph. And what I mean graph is the original OG, the basic one, this guy, the basic exponential. Okay, a to the x. All right, so what happens to the graph, and you can describe in plain English, what happens if A is positive or negative, what happens to the graph, what happens when B is bigger than 1, huge number, or if it's less than 1. What happens if it is 1? That'd be kind of cool. Figure that out. What happens when it is 1? What happens when D is positive or negative? And what happens to the graph when C is positive or negative, or decimals, whatever. The only one I think you really need to focus on for decimals would be D. I think that D will have some kind of weird effect. And I think this one will have some weird effect, these right here. C we know, if it's just negative 1.1, then it's just going to go down 1.1. All right, so make sure to post a, a picture of your Google Sheets and share that with me. So in your Google Sheets, all you do is you go to File, and then Share, and then type my email address. Let me test it out on my computer. Give me a second here. Go to Google Drive. Well, actually, you can just go from any Google and go to Sheets. And here is Google Sheets. And make it really neat. Make sure your name is on there, on the top. Okay. And you can model the example that I gave earlier. You go to File and Share, and then type my my email. You have to give it a name, and you can give it a name. Give it your name, and my email is mquinones@RHSUSD. Roseville Joint Unified High School District.us. You guys know that. All right, that will be the homework tonight. Due tonight, not tomorrow. Okay. Thank you so much. Send me any questions or ask each other for feedback.